Have you ever wondered what happened to the enormous treasure of Hampi, a city that was once among the richest in the world? A city filled with gold, silver, diamonds, pearls, and precious jewels. A city so wealthy that foreign travelers could hardly believe what they saw. But then everything changed. One battle, one defeat, and one of the greatest mysteries in Indian history was born. Where did Hampi's treasure go? And did 550 elephants really carry away the wealth of an entire empire? Let's find out. Before we understand the mystery, we need to understand how rich Hampi really was. The Vijayanagara Empire was founded in 1336. Over the next 2 centuries, it became the most powerful kingdom in South India. Its capital, Hampi, grew into a magnificent city. During the time of Krishnadevaraya, the Vijayanagara Empire was at its peak. The city was full of life. Its markets were crowded with merchants from different parts of the world. Traders came from Arabia, Persia, Portugal, and many other countries. They bought and sold horses, spices, silk, precious stones, and luxury goods. Everywhere you looked, there was activity. Huge temple towers rose into the sky. Grand palaces displayed the wealth of the empire. The streets were busy from morning until night. Many foreign travelers wrote about the greatness and wealth of Hampi. According to them, it was one of the most impressive cities they had ever seen. The empire collected large amounts of revenue through trade, agriculture, and taxes. The royal treasury was filled with gold, silver, pearls, and precious jewels. By the 16th century, Vijayanagara had become one of the richest empires in India. But great wealth often attracts powerful enemies. At that time, Aliya Ramaraya was one of the most influential leaders of the Vijayanagara Empire. He was a clever politician and a skilled military leader. For many years, he successfully managed the rival Deccan sultanates. But eventually, those sultanates decided to unite against a common enemy. The rulers of several neighboring kingdoms joined together against Vijayanagara, and their target was clear: the Vijayanagara Empire. In the year 1565, both sides met near Talikota. It's one of the most important battles in Indian history was about to begin. At first, the Vijayanagara army fought strongly. Vijayanagara soldiers were experienced and confident, and also victory seemed possible. But suddenly, the situation changed. Aliya Ramaraya was captured by enemy forces, and soon afterward, he was killed. When the news spread across the battlefield, confusion and fear took over. The army lost its confidence. The battle turned into a disaster. The battle ended in a huge loss for the Vijayanagara Empire. And when the news reached Hampi, panic spread throughout the city. People rushed to save their families. Merchants tried to protect their valuables. The royal family quickly gathered to discuss their next move. They knew that enemy forces could arrive at any moment. There was only one question: how could they save the royal treasury? Immediately preparations began. Gold coins were collected, silver was gathered, jewels and royal ornaments were packed. Every valuable object that could be moved was prepared for transport. The race to save the empire's wealth had begun. This brings us to one of the most famous stories in Hampi's history, the story of the 550 elephants. Tirumala Raya arranged to move the royal treasure out of Hampi before enemy forces arrived. Huge quantity of wealth were loaded onto elephants and taken away from Hampi. Some accounts claim that as many as 550 elephants were used to carry gold, silver, jewels, and other treasures. But no one knows for sure if there were really 550 elephants were used. There are no clear records to prove it. So, it remains one of the most famous stories connected to Hampi's treasure. However, one thing is certain. A large amount of treasure was successfully removed before enemy forces entered the city. Tirumala Raya, members of the royal family, important officials, and the rescued treasure all moved toward Penakonda. After leaving Hampi, Tirumala Raya made Penakonda the new capital of the Vijayanagara Empire. From there, the empire tried to rebuild. For a while, there was hope. The royal administration continued. Officials resumed their work. The empire was wounded, but it was not dead. Unfortunately, the problems did not end there. The victory of Talikota encouraged the Deccan Sultanates. Pressure on Vijayanagara continued. During the 1570s, forces from Bijapur moved against Penakonda. Fortunately, the city was successfully protected by royal commanders and local rulers. Penakonda survived, but years of conflict weakened the empire. Political tensions increased. Internal struggles became more common. Slowly, the empire began losing its former strength. During this period, Tirumala Raya officially became ruler and established the Aravidu dynasty. This marked a new chapter in Vijayanagara history. Although Hampi's glorious age had ended, the empire still continued. As the years passed, Penakonda also became unsafe. Because of this, the rulers shifted their capital again, first to Chandragiri, later to Vellore. The empire survived for many more decades, but it never became as powerful and rich as Hampi again. Meanwhile, Hampi itself faced a sad future. The victorious army entered the city. Many palaces were damaged, markets were destroyed, valuable items were taken away, several buildings were ruined. Parts of the city were set on fire. Although some important temples survived, much of the city suffered heavy damage. Thousands of people left Hampi. Trade came to an end. Slowly, the once great capital became silent. But this brings us an important question. What happened to Hampi's treasure? No one knows the complete answer. Historians believe that the treasure was divided into different parts. A large amount was taken away by Tirumala Raya and the royal family. Some was captured by the victorious armies. Some may have been lost or hidden, and some may have disappeared over time. That is why the mystery of Hampi's treasure still remains unsolved. Over the years, many stories and legends have been told. Some people believe that hidden treasure still lies somewhere around Hampi. Others believe there are secret chambers and underground valets. But so far, no solid evidence has been found. The mystery continues. Years passed, then decades, then centuries. Nature slowly covered the ruins. The busy streets became empty. The great city was slowly forgotten. But the story did not end there. In the 19th century, historians and archaeologists began studying the ruins. Slowly, the world rediscovered Hampi. People were amazed by its monuments. The stone chariot, the Vitala temple, the Virupaksha temple, the elephant stables. These beautiful structures showed the greatness of the Vijayanagara Empire. In 1986, Hampi became a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Once again, people around the world turned their attention to this historic city. Today, one question still remains. What was Hampi's real treasure? Was it the gold that disappeared, the precious diamonds, or the jewels carried away by elephants? Perhaps not. The real treasure of Hampi is the incredible history it left behind. Its magnificent temples, beautiful architecture, rich culture, and the legacy of the Vijayanagara Empire. Gold can disappear, jewels can be stolen, empires can fall, but history remains forever. That is why millions of people visit Hampi every year.